Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the all-new Black Ops F-150. First and foremost though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can see what they have currently. And something that's awesome about the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah is they do not charge any markups over MSRP whatsoever. It doesn't matter what the product is, so if you want a great deal on a new Ford, definitely reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So first off, powering the Black Ops is a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It is good for 400 horsepower and then 410 pound-feet of torque. Now, EPA fuel economy on a regular F-150 with this engine is 16 around town and then 22 on the highway. I don't think that's accurate with this truck with all the modifications it has. Also, you guys can see the venting there in the hood is actually functional. Now, before we quickly go over the features on the Black Ops, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So first off, we have this special hood that's part of the Black Ops package. You guys can see with the venting. I think it looks pretty cool. Notice the whole front grille has been blacked out, including the Ford logo there in the center. Now this is built off of a Lariat, so you've got the upgraded Lariat headlights here at the front, and then we have this aggressive off-road type front bumper with a gigantic light bar there in the center. Notice that it still integrates the stock parking sensors, so you don't lose that function. And notice this says Black Ops there, and then also at the bottom as well. And you know, from a front end perspective, sorry about my shadow by the way, I think this truck looks really cool. And then if we pop over here to the side of the truck, what you guys will notice is, well, we've got huge tires. So if you guys are wondering for the actual setup, it's 325, 60, 20 in the front and over in the rear as well. And you guys will notice that the wheel says Black Ops on it, and you know, really aggressive tread pattern here on the tires. Now this has a BDS lift on it. It also has Fox shocks added to it as well. You guys will see those in the rear. It looks like it's about a 5-ish inch lift roughly. Notice Black Ops there on the side, and then you guys can see with the body painted fender flare just how aggressive that is. And then, you know, just like normal Lariat, body painted mirror, and then Black Ops down below. And then you guys can see you've got this like cladding at the bottom of the door, which is pretty cool, kind of makes it look a lot more aggressive. And then here's your full side view. So you can see the stance with the lift and everything. Again, it has that cool kind of like off-road truck type appearance. And then pop into the rear, you can see the Performance Series shocks from Fox. Now they still utilize the stock leaf springs with this build, as you can see. And then with the Lariat package, you got the LED lights here in the back. And then we've got this upgraded performance exhaust with the dual tips there in the back, which kind of adds to the flare. Notice we got our Black Ops badge here. And then they also add the bed cover there, painted to match, which is pretty cool. Then if we pop in, you guys probably noticed on the other side, power steps, and then we actually have rock rail protection as well. Now this is just a normal Lariat interior, so nothing has changed back here except you can see the carbon fiber added right there. And then popping over to the front, you can see door panel is unchanged, even the trim right there. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, by the way. And then it says the speakers in the headrest. You guys can see the whole setup right here. But notice we got some carbon fiber here, and I'm actually going to pop in. Those steps help out quite a bit. You guys will love the exhaust clip a little bit later. Sounds good. But yeah, notice more carbon fiber trim down below, and then on here as well. And then it's kind of like around the dash, which is kind of hard to see because of the sun. This is limited edition, so you guys can see here with the build number on the center console that they put. And I'm actually interested to see if this has the regular camera system. And then this does have a panoramic sunroof as well. And, well, here's our window sticker before we drive this. So you can see the whole setup there. And then you can see the total MSRP, $92,365. Let's see how it drives. So let's set off here in the Black Ops F-150. And I've mentioned this in previous reviews of these lifted F-150s. I really like the F-150 platform as a truck to lift. And the reason that I really like the platform to lift is it's really comfortable. Like this new setup they do with the F-150 is it's just so smooth. Now, because it's a regular F-150, you still have a rear locker, which is cool. And we still have the different drive modes. So like, for example, I can pop it over into sport mode so things get aggressive. And it'll actually put us into 4-wheel auto so we can get slightly better grip. I like all the carbon fiber here. I think that that's cool with all of the inserts throughout the truck. Definitely gives it the like, look at it's all over the dash. It just gives it this kind of like special feel. Now, because this is a Lariat, really nice seats. I'm trying to set the seat up so you guys can see the best viewpoint. Really nice setup here. They're comfortable. Bolsterings really solid as well. And Ford's just really good at making seats, and so it makes sense why they didn't really change the seats on this all that much. And frankly, since they just kept the stock seats, that actually helps keep the cost down on this package, because if they change the seats, then it would be a little bit more than it actually is right now. Okay, actually getting up and moving. Love the sound of that exhaust. And we actually have a window, so I can open that up so we can hear it even more. So, and that's one of the big benefits of this, is the fact that we got that 5.0 V8. EcoBoost doesn't sound like this. Now, it is still a big lifted truck, so, you know, you gotta take things slow. Oh yeah, listen to that. It actually handles pretty good. Yes, I know I'm almost out of fuel. I mean, that's like partial throttle. That's quick. I'm gonna close the window. So, wind noise is actually pretty minimal, surprisingly. I thought being so huge and lifted that wind noise would be pretty annoying, but it's not. We're gonna pop back into normal mode now. Now, there is quite a bit of tire noise from those mud terrains. That's kind of expected. Whenever you do a mud terrain tire like that, you're gonna have lots of tire noise. But other than that, I mean, this is super smooth. I love how this drives. Again, with lifted F-150s, they drive really well. I think this is probably, you know, this and the Ram 1500 are probably the best platforms to lift, just because, you know, even though it's really high up and, you know, the suspension could be all over the place, it's still really comfortable. And, you know, it's got a decent amount of body roll, but it's honestly not bad at all. Oh, cool, we got a green arrow for once. I just love how this sounds. Sounds so good. And the thing's cool about this engine is it's really easy to supercharge. Now, Tuscany does build a truck that is basically this with a supercharged V8, 5.0 V8, and it's called the Shelby F-150 Off-Road. So literally, if you look at the specs on a Shelby F-150 Off-Road, it is basically this. It just, instead, I don't know what's happening up there, that's crazy. It instead has, you know, slightly different exterior styling, the Shelby name on it as well. And so it's just a little bit of a different setup. I'm gonna have to find a different route around, because yeah, I don't think there's a way through here, or maybe there is. Oh, we just have to go extra slow. Okay, well, I guess you guys get to see someone, who knows what they did. Wrecked their car here up in Bountiful. Let's, whoa! That is gnarly. That car doesn't even have a wheel anymore. Wow. Maybe that'll be like maybe that'll be the baiting clip of the video. Goodness, I haven't seen that car was wrecked, let me tell you. Back to the video though. I think this truck looks really cool. Interior, right, is normal Lariat, which is fine. And am glad they built this off of a Lariat rather than like an XLT, because a lot of like the you know, Rocky Ridge trucks and the Black Widow trucks we built off of XLTs, which is fine, but like with how much these trucks cost, having the Lariat interior definitely makes it feel like it's more worth it, if that makes sense. And so if you basically want a Shelby F-150 off-road, but you don't want the gas guzzling supercharged V8 that has, this is basically that truck. So let me know what you guys think about the Black Ops package, if you think that this is worth it, and let me know if there's anything you'd change on this package. Like, would you change the shocks? Would you change the tire and wheel setup? Like, just, you know, interested to hear on that. And there you go. That's gonna sum things up with our video on this Black Ops F-150. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see ya.